Hey, what's up? It's Symphony here. Subscribe to my brother Mr. Creepy as Hell channel, and when you're watching his videos, make sure you stay in one piece. Peace, peace, peace.
I'm not a person that gets scared easily. That's what makes this event so horrifying. I remember I was leaving work. It was around 11:30. It took me about 15 minutes to walk to the bus stop. At the time of this, I didn't have a car, so I had to rely on a city bus. It was around 11:45 when the bus finally arrived. I got on the bus and I was the only one on the bus except for a homeless guy that sat way in the back. He had on a mask. I don't know why, but he had on a mask that covered up his whole entire face. I paid no attention to it. When the bus stopped at my destination, I got off. My house was another 5-minute walk from the bus stop, so I kept on walking. But as I was walking, I had this overwhelming feeling of someone was watching me. It really felt uncomfortable. I turned around, and to my horror, I saw that same man that was on the bus. He was following me. He had a very big smile. It was somewhat creepy. I knew I couldn't go back to my house because I didn't want this man knowing exactly where I live. And if things couldn't get worse, the man did something that was even more freakier. It's something that even to this day I think about. And it's something that will forever be stuck in my mind until the day I die. The man grabbed 2 long knives out from the back of his pants. And what he did next made the scene even more terrifying. He began to dance with the knives as he was coming towards me. It was like some kind of waltz or some kind of cha-cha slide. I'm not joking when I say this. It may come off as funny, but trust me, in the situation I was in, if you had been there, it was very scary. The man was moving fast, and I accelerated. I can hear the man say,
"Stop running, boy, and dance with me."
I didn't stop. I kept running. I didn't even look back. I was too afraid. I kept pushing, even though my legs were burning. I did not want to die. This man was coming closer and closer. He was so close to the point when he was moving the knives around, I can feel the air from it. This made me run even faster. Even if it means that my legs were gonna fall off, I couldn't stop. The man just kept laughing, like he was getting the enjoyment out of this. Like he was doing this for some kind of sick, twisted game of his to get some kind of high off of. I kept running for what felt like 20 minutes until I finally found somewhere I could hide at. It was by a large dumpster in my apartment units. I hid there. I looked around, but I didn't see that strange man. He just disappeared. I took this opportunity to head back into my apartment, and luckily the man was nowhere to be seen. I never reported this to the police. I just let it alone. I figured that the man wasn't going to try anything else. He probably just got tired and gave up on me. But I will say, the next few days after that incident, I was truly paranoid. I was afraid that I was being followed. It made me so paranoid to the point I just scheduled Ubers to come pick me up from work to head home. Even though I don't live far and Uber is expensive, but I would rather spend money and be safe than to try to save money and my life is in danger. I moved out of that apartment complex a few years later when I got transferred to a different location of my job. Since then, I calmed down a bit, but every now and then when I go off to sleep, I can't help but to see that man with his crazy look and that psychotic laugh, dancing with those knives like some fucking maniac.